The right to work movement is deeply racist. You said that, didn't you?
Senator, I do not have that speech in front of me. I have spoken on a number of occasions about the
You
history.
turned your notes over to us. You didn't read them before you turned them over?
Senator, I've spoken on a number of occasions about the history. I was not speaking
Are you
about
saying that you didn't say that?
my notes from my
I
speeches.
don't think you're telling the truth, Ms. Berner. Let me ask you another question. Do you remember Mindy Sturgey? I'm embarrassed you don't remember her. She was one of your union members. The executives there asked her, quote, if she enjoyed rough sex and bondage. Only way she is getting a job is if she sucks my member of the male anatomy. Went around asking women if he could sniff their panties. Grabbed my upper thigh while I was driving. And she wrote you and asked you to investigate. And you said no, didn't you?
What's up, patriots? You're watching Right View Nation, where truth matters, the Constitution is sacred, and we shine a spotlight on the radical left's attempt to dismantle America from the inside out. If you're tired of being lied to by bureaucrats in black robes and career activists who think they can manipulate our judicial system, then sit back, hit that like button, and let's dive into this.
Ms. Berner, you didn't tell Senator Graham the truth, did you?
Senator, I took an oath to tell the truth, and I have done so faithfully.
Now, on February 22nd, 2018, you spoke to the American Constitution Society. And this is what you said. The right to work movement is deeply racist. You said that, didn't you?
Senator, I do not have that speech in front of me. I have spoken on a number of occasions about the
You
history.
turned your notes over to us. You didn't read them before you turned them over?
Senator, I've spoken on a number of occasions about the history. I was not speaking about.
Are you saying that you didn't say that?
Senator, I've spoken on a number of occasions about
Yes,
the
ma'am,
history.
are you saying that you didn't say that?
I have turned over all of my notes from my speeches.
I don't think you're telling the truth, Ms. Berner. Let me ask you another question. Do you remember Mindy Sturgey?
No, sir, I do not remember.
I'm embarrassed you don't remember her. She was one of your union members. She alleged that she was the victim of sexual discrimination at one of your local unions. This is what she said. She alleged that one of the executives there asked her, quote, if she enjoyed rough sex and bondage. She said that the chapter president, Mr. Dave Regan, asked her, quote, does the carpet match the drapes? And, quote, what would you do for some jewelry? She alleged that Mr. Regan told another staffer, quote, that the only way she is getting a job is if she sucks my member of the male anatomy. Another employee said in an affidavit that Mr. Reagan, quote, went around asking women if he could sniff their panties, close quote, at an October 2017 work party. She said another executive, quote, grabbed my upper thigh while I was driving. And she wrote you and asked you to investigate. And you said no, didn't you?
Senator, I have dedicated my career to representing women and families. That has been my work.
You said no, didn't you?
Senator,
You told her that let her own chapter represent or investigate its own misconduct, didn't you?
Senator, I'm going to give you additional time, but I want the witness to be able to fully answer the question.
Senator, the letter that you are quoting from, I wrote in my capacity as counsel to my client. It was the position of my client, and I was acting as an advocate.
You refused to investigate, though, didn't you?
Senator, I believe that I have faithfully adhered to my obligations as an attorney for my client.
I don't think Ms. Sturgis would agree with you. In fact, Mr. Reagan, the chapter president, is still the president, isn't he?
I
You don't
believe
even know?
Dave Reagan is the president of one of our local union, of one of
Wow.
SEIU's local unions, yes.
Wow. Mr. Mangy. I just want to be sure I understand your testimony, sir.
Because today, we witnessed one of the most brutal, eye-opening Senate exchanges we've seen in a long time. Senator John Kennedy, God bless this man, took off the gloves and went toe-to-toe with one of Joe Biden's handpicked judicial nominees, Miss Berner. Now folks, let me set the stage. Miss Berner walks into that hearing room expecting a cakewalk, expecting the same softballs the mainstream media lobs at left-wing darlings every day. But Kennedy, he wasn't having any of it. He came armed with facts, receipts, and the fire of truth. And what unraveled in that room was something every American needs to hear. Let's start with this. Kennedy asked Miss Berner whether she referred to the right-to-work movement as deeply racist in a 2018 speech. Now remember, right-to-work laws protect American workers from being forced into unions against their will. They stand for freedom. They stand for choice. So what does the left call it? Racist. Miss Berner dodged like a cornered rat. Asterisk, I don't have the speech in front of me. Asterisk. Asterisk, I've given all my notes. Asterisk. She danced around the question like it was a minefield, because she knows what she said. And when Kennedy kept pressing her, she couldn't give a straight answer. You know why? Because the truth would blow up her entire nomination. If the American people heard her own words for what they are, ideological poison, she'd be toast. That moment right there, that wasn't just a senator holding someone accountable. That was a patriot standing in the breach, doing what so many in D.C. are too afraid to do, call out a liar to her face. But friends, buckle up, because it gets worse. Senator Kennedy brought up a woman named Mindy Stury, a union member who bravely came forward with horrific allegations of sexual harassment inside her local union. We're talking about a culture of vile comments, degrading behavior, and flat-out sexual threats from male union executives. Executives who asked disgusting things like whether the carpet matched the drapes. Executives who talked about women in the most degrading, objectifying ways imaginable. And what did Miss Berner, this so-called advocate for women, do when Mindy begged for help? She looked the other way. She passed the buck. She told the local chapter to investigate itself. That's like asking the fox to guard the henhouse. And guess what? The man at the center of it, Dave Reagan, is still in charge, still drawing a salary, still holding power. Let me be crystal clear. This woman is not a public servant. She's a political operative. Her job isn't to deliver justice. It's to protect the left's power structures. She didn't lift a finger to protect a woman who needed help. She protected the union. She protected the political machine. And now she wants to be a federal judge? Judges aren't supposed to be activists in robes. They're not supposed to carry water for corrupt unions, or push race-baiting narratives, or hide behind legalese when real people are suffering. Judges are supposed to protect our Constitution, to uphold the law, fairly, impartially, without fear or favor. And if Miss Berner can't answer a basic question honestly, if she can't stand up for a woman who is sexually harassed, if she lets political interests override common decency, then she doesn't deserve to be a dog catcher, much less a federal judge. Senator Kennedy didn't just expose Miss Berner today. He exposed the entire Biden administration's judicial strategy. Pack the courts with radicals, people who hate the Constitution, people who believe America is inherently evil and needs to be reshaped in their Marxist image. But not on our watch. We need to make our voices heard. We need to demand judges who serve us, the American people, not the swamp, not the unions, not the far-left elite. So if you believe in freedom, if you believe in accountability, if you believe that the bench should be a place of law, not ideology, then like this video, share it far and wide, and subscribe to Right View Nation. We're not done fighting. We're just getting started. This is the front line in the war for America. And we will not back down. God bless you, God bless Senator Kennedy, and God bless the United States of America.